Good evening, traders. Today's Wednesday, February 15th. Markets have been closed. One hell of a day, guys. One hell of a day. I've got a jam-packed episode for you guys. We're going to start off actually with the end. I'm going to show you what's going on in extended hours tonight because it is only the beginning. Only the beginning. So we're going to start backwards and show you extended hours. Then I'm going to show you a little bit of some high level master plan, market maker master plan, what they've really been doing lately. Then we're going to get into SPY futures. I'm going to show you the daily 4-hour and 1-hour charts that show you, oh yeah, this has only just begun. Okay? And then actually we're going to spend a few minutes to discuss the AM episode that went mute. I figured out what was wrong with the microphone this morning. So I'll just spend a couple minutes discussing that because that only took me 5 minutes to do that episode anyways. So it's important to explain what I saw in the morning that led to today's wedge and rip, as the morning episode suggested it was going to do. And then we'll finally get into the intraday tweets. A lot of good stuff intraday. All right, so let's get into it. SPY extended hours right now. It occurred to me, look at this. Big wick up, huge wick up. That was tonight. Okay? And it occurred to me what's really happening here. They're keeping this up with these big wicks, keeping it floating up there. It's not going down. That allows for the MAC, this is the 5-minute, the MACD to float back down. And I fully anticipate it's going to go back down to the 0 line so that it can reset for tomorrow, tonight, maybe tonight, for tonight, reset. And then these wicks were keeping the price up there while this is going back down to reset. It's gonna reload. It's gonna lock and load for tomorrow, guys. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's get over into the 65-minute chart, 1-hour chart. You're going to see me tweet about this a little bit later. This wedge, this pink wedge right here, that's been started since February 2nd. Oh, this is actually February 3rd, but the 2nd is just out of your screen to the left. We broke out of it today, guys. It busted out of it today. We're out of that wedge now. That's what I'm saying. It's just starting. Okay? It's just starting. SPY futures. On the left is the daily, middle is the 4-hour, right is the 1-hour. Let's start with the 1-hour. Look at that. So all of last night came down, created a higher low notch below the 0 line, and then all day down. Now you have up way above the 0, separating, creating further separation from the signal line. Okay. Yeah, here's your notch, and there's the separation. Let's roll. 4-hour. 4 hours above the 0 line, too. And now it's starting to separate. Watch out. Watch out. That's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a little hump that it's going to make next. I think it's going to be a big one. Okay? So, the 1-hour and the 4-hour feed into the daily. On Monday, it was starting to go below a negative cross on the signal line on Monday, 2 days ago. But look what it's done since. Flattened out. It's flattened out because the 4-hour and the 1-hour are doing its job. Okay? So let that be known that actually I almost never look at the daily. I never look at the daily charts. It's kind of ironic because I know a lot of the YouTube channels all look at the daily. They all they reference the daily. But to me, by the time you see patterns develop on the daily, you're at least 2 trading days too late. This uptrend started 2 days ago. So by the time you start to see this flatten out, dude, man, that's like you're a day late and a dollar short on your analysis, man. Okay? So that's why I never look at the daily. I only look at the 1-hour, and I do look at the 4-hour at the end of the day. Just kind of see where we're at. Okay? I never look at the daily. I'll only look at the daily and the weekly, like at the end of the week, like on a Friday after close. Okay? After we close, then I'll finally look at it. Okay? So, that's just me though. All right, let's get into this was this morning's session, wedge and rip. See, at the time, I didn't realize yet this morning that we were actually in a larger wedge. Okay, I got a tweet earlier this morning too. You know, how many wedges have we been in? Heck, last Friday it was a wedge. It was a bearish wedge within a bullish wedge, and ultimately we're all in one big giant wedge. Okay, a wedge within a wedge. Wedgeception, inception, right? A dream within a dream. I mean, holy smokes. And actually, what I'm going to show you in the next slide, right here, this is what I showed this morning. This is a smaller wedge within a larger wedge. Now that you see that? This is the top of that one wedge. Here's I didn't draw it yet in this morning's episode because I didn't realize it yet. That's a wedge within a wedge. So actually last Friday's bearish wedge within a bullish wedge, that was a part of this larger wedge. You guys, this is just crazy, okay? So anyways, this morning's episode, this is the 5-minute chart. Higher low notch. That told me, I was like, oh yeah, this is not going lower. This is not going lower. And that's when I saw the wedge pattern here. I was like, oh yeah, we're going to wedge. We're going to wedge to build energy, and then we're going to explode. That's exactly what happened. You had a higher low on the RSI. See that? Higher low. And then you had a higher low notch. It's like, oh yeah, this is coming. It's coming. Okay? So, this is morning pre-markets. This was last night. So, prices were going down. Futures, if you see, look at that. Look like, oh man, futures are down. What's up? Like, there was bullish divergence all night. Right here. See that? Bullish divergence all night. But then after midnight, no, actually around 3 a.m. It was around 3 a.m. It changed from bullish divergence to neutral convergence, meaning the MACD follows the price. See that? It follows it. Okay? That's a neutral interpretation. That's neutral. Okay? But when you put that interpretation, that neutral convergence, in the larger picture of kind of where you're at, okay? Hold on, let me go back to this slide for a second. Okay. This is also important. I said it in the episode that you couldn't hear because my mic wasn't working. This wedge is right pretty much in the middle of this bottom channel and this top gray channel. It's like, oh, it's neutral. Okay? So yeah, that was important. That's important to note that. Okay? Important to note that. Okay, so here's today's action. Okay, we all know what happened today. So I'll just kind of let you get a look at that. So let's go ahead and get on with the tweets because I've got a lot of them to share. Yeah. Boy, this MACD was just loaded with power. Look at that. Higher lows above the zero line, guys. Just higher lows above the zero line. That is going up. It keeps going. It's going up. It's not going down. Okay, so first tweet, wedging but consolidating under the SMA 22. Also, let's see what becomes of this. So at the time, it was, boy, yeah, right here and consolidate. Yeah, right here, consolidating under the SMA 20. Okay, that's bullish, guys. So yeah, was it bullish? Yeah, because it went boom, it popped up, it went up, and then obviously it went down. But it was consolidating under the SMA 20 gray line, and then pop, it went up. Okay. I will abandon waiting for the wedge if it backtests against the EMA, blue arrows. So here, I was referring to, let's see. Yeah, it would have been right here. I saw it come up, come down, backtest. Yeah, it started to come up, and I was going to wait for it to backtest right here. And if it went up from there, oh yeah, it's game on. But we all know what happened. Huge red candle, right? I bet that scared everyone. Like, oh no, we're going down now, right? Okay, so it was a nice sandwich. It was sandwiched. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, here's the red 1 hour EMA 50. Here's the red 5 minute EMA 50. This is the 5 minute chart. Here's the gray SMA 20. So, wow, it was just all kinds of sandwich up in there. Okay, it could resolve itself right here after all. So this was at the time, this is what this candle was not quite right. This candle didn't grow yet. See, I didn't know what was going to happen. I was only referring to, ooh, it could, if it backtests right here, it could resolve itself right here. Okay, so that's why we're waiting. We don't know what's going to happen. Oops, I'm glad we're waiting. There's your candle. Yeah, see, we're waiting. We're just observing. You're not making a move. You didn't bite down on this big move up right here. They got hit with the resistance up against the 30-minute EMA 50, and then it got rejected and came down. Okay, so the reason why I'm not going to bite is because I'm like, no, this is a wedge. You need to, this is a wedge. So that's why I was like, oh no, you're not going much higher than this. I'm expecting you to wedge. So yeah, there's the down move. It was bigger than I thought, but you know, there you have it. Okay, well, this scary red candle is met with higher lows on the MACD and RSI so far, falling wedge pattern. Okay, so at the time, yeah, here we go. This was here. Higher lows. At the time, higher lows in RSI. I'm like, uh-huh. Nope, 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 nope. You're not going lower. You're making higher lows, actually, right? And it was actually at the time, RSI was 44.68. I'm like, you're not going lower, despite that huge red candle. See what I mean? That's just, again, I don't follow the price. I look at the indicators to tell me what's really going on. Gotta look at the indicators. They always tell you the truth, hands down, 100% of the time. The price lies to you. It's too easy to look at that red candle and go, holy, man, we are going down. Okay? So, here we go. It's the head of the cobra forming. Here, and there's your regression line. Looks like the head of the cobra. Okay? Uh-oh, found support at 409.45. Right here. Yes, 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 yes. Right there. There's the tweet. Found support 409.45 on the 4-hour EMA 50. Tricky, tricky. See, we're just waiting. I'm like, uh-huh. Let's see what's going on here. If it comes down and touches 409.10, oh, you cannot see it. Right here is 409.45. 409.10 at the time is in my tweet. That's that channel. Oh, I'm scaling long. If it touched that, I'm scaling long. I'm going long. Because I know it's going to bounce off that. Okay? It never did, though. It stopped right here at the 4-hour EMA 50 at 409.45. So it stopped there. Okay? So, let's see if market maker goes old school SMA 20, EMA 50 to break out of the wedge. So, what I was referring to is right here. See? It was going old school. Come up on EMA 50, back test, getting sandwiched, found support at SMA 20, boom, made rocket up. But I knew about this downtrend line right here. I was like, no, I'm not biting on that. Let's see what happens. Boom, got rejected, came down. See what I mean? So, yeah, you just got to wait. You got to draw these lines out ahead of time so that you know where the boundaries are for the market maker. You know what guardrails the market maker are following. See what I mean? So then you're not so quick to jump when you see big moves like okay, it came down to 409.45 here. Oh, big green candle, red candle, green candle, green candle. Most people are gonna jump, right? Oh, that's it. Only to get rejected and come back down. Okay, see what I mean? Okay, yep, wedge to EMA SMA sandwich. That's what's up. Okay, so I'm just referring to the formation that it is going through right now, right here at this moment. Okay. Okay, yeah. This sandwich is bullish setup. That's when I started to say, hey, you Mavericks out there, you could think about going long. I'm still waiting a little longer. So that was right here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was right here. See, I'm still waiting. Boom, big move up. Only to get rejected again. See what I mean? That's why I'm waiting. I'm not biting down. Here we go. Now it looks like the Cobra head is looking up, ready to strike. Look at that. Look at the head. Look at the head. look at the head that is looking up. It's almost like looking up at its prey, ready to rock and roll, ready to get that cobra strike on somebody. And that was at this moment right here. See? That's when I sent that tweet out right here. This tweet, right? This candle. I said, ooh, that looks like something's coming. And guess what happened after that? Okay, so anyways, I keep talking about if it consolidates. If it's consolidating under here like that, that's bullish too. You know. Okay. So it turns out that yeah, I think it was this candle. Let's have a look here. Okay, yeah, I kept saying, you guys, this is bullish. I just want to see it break out of the pink February 2nd peak line right here. Here's that peak line. It's bullish. You know, you could have gone long. You could have gone long a while ago, but it's like, nah, I wait for confirmation. I just wait. Because how many times already this morning has it been rejected? You know what I mean? Just boom, boom. I got to see it. Okay? Okay, so I would have been talking about right here. Yep, going back down to the blue line right here. That's what I'm referring to, 410.50. See the value of needing confirmation before going long? Because you just got rejected again. See what I mean? Okay, here we go. Here's right. Yeah, scale long. Um, here's where I was talking about need. You need for me the wedge top is now the pink downtrend line. You need to see it break out of the top. So it was right here when I sent that tweet right here. Yeah, we all know what happened after that. Boom. That's what led to that scale long in all caps when that happened. Okay. Yep. There we go. It was bullish. It was bullish all along, showing so many signs it was bullish inside of that wedge. Okay. So possible that it could backtest the pink line, but it's consolidating all morning. It may not. Yeah. I mean, you had a backtest right here. See, here's your backtest. Here's the breakout backtest. But then boom, it rocketed up. Okay. Wedge and rip. There you go. Right here. Wedge and rip. Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, you could just see it here. 5-minute MACD going Moon Boy per Ron Walker. That's his words. 5-minute RSI curling up. 1 hour MACD near positive cross at the time. 1 hour RSI 72.8 and rising. That's it. Okay. So now check this out. At 10:46 a.m., it wants 414.10 today. Where did it touch at the end of the day? 414.10. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So here are my reasons for picking 414.10. That is a higher high than yesterday. It is the old gray channel junction. It is the 1213 wick high junction. It is the blue channel line junction. Oh, you can't see it here. But it was up here in this tweet. Yeah, you can't see it. It's out of view. It's okay. Yeah, all these critical junctions. But the main thing, it is a higher high than yesterday. That's what keeps the uptrend alive. That's why I chose that, and primarily why. But the secondary reasons are also important. All these junctions are critical. That's a logical stopping point. And that's exactly where it went to. Okay? Okay. And what's scary is the MACD 1 hour hasn't even crossed positive yet. Hasn't had a positive cross yet. If it does, this is just the beginning of the uptrend. Okay? Later it did. It crossed. Okay? Oh, you saw that in SPY futures a little bit earlier. It boop, positive cross now. Watch out. And separated from the signal line above the zero line on SPY futures. Okay? Okay. Right, you know what? Deep pullback to the pink line, wicking up. Okay, right here. This was some BS. This was straight manipulation. And I'm only just going to say, I may have to start getting into scalp mode starting tomorrow, because this was some BS. 8 consecutive 5-minute red candles. That is manipulation. Okay? That's not, no. So, I mean, yesterday we had the pump, dump, pump. All right, that was perfect for scalping. And today's another example of that. And so I think I'm going to go into scalp mode starting tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say about this stupid pullback. That was, once again, just a scare that they were bluffing. Okay? I want to see if it dares cross below that pink line or if it's just a scare. I'm watching it. I'm watching it. I'm watching it because I knew that pink line's important. Because that pink line was rejecting us all morning. Right? So I'm like, I'm going to watch this. So there you go. If you're patient, it stopped right there, pivoted, boop, went back up. Okay? Oh boy. I mean, look at this. This is almost an hour. If that's 8 candles, that's 40 minutes. 40 minutes. You had to sit there and watch it and have ice in your veins to say, you're not going lower. This is BS. Okay? But man. Okay. Higher low. Yep. Higher low right there. Higher low. Higher low. Didn't lose the pink support. The 5-minute MACD is flattening and now curling up. RSI curling up. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. At this moment, flattening. Oh, curling up. Oh, see. Flattening, curling up. Never went below the 0 line. RSI stood strong. That's what I was watching that too. I'm like, you guys, this is still like in the 40s. This can't be crashing. Okay? So, now I see the master plan. Okay, there's that wedge. There's that wedge, guys. There's the wedge on the 65-minute chart. The larger wedge, the wedge within a wedge within a wedge within a wedge. Okay, and look at the MACD you can kind of see it. That's higher high than that. RSI kind of mid-range, higher than this. It's we're going up. Okay, this is not bearish. Okay. Yeah, what a damn day. Okay. MACD cross above 0, RSI curling up. I drew the extra pink line right here. There's the extra pink line for situational awareness because this looked too peculiar to me. I'm like, why? I went back and I thought, man, that was a big pullback. So then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to draw a trend line right here. Let's see what's up. Okay? That's not an imaginary line, like your imaginary friend in kindergarten. Had to throw a little humor in there. Okay? So notice by the time it went back there, it took back that line. It's like, oh, I just went right past it. Okay. The market maker only has two choices, really. At the end of the day, it's two choices. You're either going to make a higher high from yesterday or you're going to make a lower high from yesterday. That's it. It is binary. Okay? It's binary. I believe it wants number one. It's just doing it kicking and screaming. Okay? Now we know the answer. It wanted number one all along. Okay? That's right, MM. In Texas Hold'em, here comes the river card. You show me your hand, then I'll show you mine. Throw in a little smack talk right there. A little bit of smack talk. That's okay. Okay, now this is important. It's important to watch the 5-minute MACD. You need the MACD to curl up higher than the previous notch. Probably should have said hump, not notch, hump. This negates the slight bearish divergence. So at the time, here's this hump, here's that hump. Hasn't crossed below the 0 line yet, so it's fair to compare. See that? It's very slight at the time. Very slightly lower than this, is slightly lower than that. Very slight. Even though that is higher than this. So that's why I'm watching this. I got to watch this. Okay, watch for this. If the MACD, you need it to curl up higher than this hump, then that does negate the slight bearish divergence. Okay. Okay, here a little bit later, divergence is nearly negated. It's getting there. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. Okay. I mean, we all know what happened at the end. Here's where it was, and that's where it ended up. Okay. That's what I was watching. Because if it never negated the and created a bearish divergence, oh, the bottom's going to drop out on you. It's just going to drop out. Okay. So at the time of this tweet, 1:04 p.m., I said, yeah, likely end the day at session highs. Yep. We sure did. Session highs. Okay, at this point, right here, right there at the top of this candle, I said I'm out. Scaling out. Actually, I left 25% of my calls in there. I left 25% of runners in there. I had a hunch this is going higher, but I didn't want to risk 3/4 of my profits doing so. I'll leave 25% in there. I think it's going to be okay. Okay. Bearish divergence negated. This baby will be closing at session highs. Yep. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, oh yeah. It was at this moment right there. I said, or session highs. Okay, SPY futures. Oh, yeah, actually, I showed this to you earlier. That's all this was. Uh, tomorrow's going to be a big up day, guys. When you have the 4-hour now separated from the signal line above zero, oof. This is on the 4-hour chart. Oh yeah, something's getting started. Last Friday's YouTube episode. Get ready, she's coming. By the way, is anyone interested in scaling into calls at this point? That would have been actually, that was before I asked, just before it dropped. That's funny if somebody would have gotten into that. I wouldn't be surprised if it resumes to the uptrend, still finishing near 414. Yeah, see? Even though I saw these 3 big red candles, I'm like, you know what? I still think you got some more upside to go. Okay? 4 final hour means 12 candles on a 5 minutes chart, right? 12 candles. So that's plenty of time and space to fit in 12 candles. And boy, did it do it. Okay. I also threw in 413.65. Ooh, I don't have it here. It would have been right here, this green line. At this point, I was more like, okay, let's just see if it'll take 413.65, not 414, 413.65. It's yesterday's wick high near the close. Okay, that's all that was. Oh, one more candle left. You gotta know. I gotta know if it hits 413.65, then I'm having a cigar. See, this was the formation of the candle at the time. At the time, we all know what that red candle ended up being. Big, huge green one. See? Let me tell you something about 5-minute candles, guys. I find that we'll just call it 3 minutes. So the first 3 minutes out of 5 are red. Okay? It creates the down wick. But I find that the last 2 minutes, if it's going to take it higher, it's going to be green. Okay? So just keep that in mind next time. The first, call it 3 minutes, are always red. It takes it down first, and then the final 2 takes it up. Okay? I never see the first 3 minutes go green. Well, unless it's going down. Yeah, unless it's going down, the first 3 minutes are green, and then the final 2 is red. Okay? Yeah, if it's going the reverse, I do see that. I do see it. Okay? So that gives you an idea, actually. It's like, oh, you're red first. I bet you're going to turn green after this. Okay? Well, market maker showed me up, raising on my 413.65 hand. Oh yeah, see that? It just blasted right through 413.65 because it was going to 414.10 all along. That's what I mentioned earlier in the session. Yeah, there we go. Went right up to the 1213 wick high. Boom! Went right up to it. And then extended hours, it overtook it right there. Extended hours, it overtook it. Yep, I'll let extended hours play out. But I wanted to show you guys this huge, huge green wick up. You can kind of hear. Let me zoom in. There you go. Boop, boop. Wick up, green. Okay. So, okay. Remember the master plan tweet? It broke out of that wedge. Here, I showed it to you earlier, but here it is again. Here's the tweet. Here's the wedge. Broke out. You have a breakout. Okay. You guys, we close on the 1 hour at RSI 88.38. MACD positive cross on the zero above the zero line. This is only the beginning. This is just starting, guys. Okay, and that is it for the presentation. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, where I give real-time tweets about the intraday action, calling the sports like it's a sports game. Commentator. Please feel free to listen to your favorite music as you're trading. I definitely listen to mine. Helps me get into the right state of mind. Please give this video a like, share, subscribe, or click to be notified when I release something new. With that, I'm Agent 000, signing off.